Okay, welcome in one and all. I am now going to be reviewing all of Wednesday's action, the NHL. I think my voice is getting a little raspy. This is now my third video in a row, so I apologize if my voice isn't quite as it is normally. I'm just really behind on my uploads, so I do apologize for that. All right, let's take a look at the goal scoring summary from this particular game. In the first, Neon, oh my gosh, Pionk, forget the first name. Neil Pionk, I believe his name is. Is it Pionk? Neil? Oh my gosh. Okay, forget it. Pionk would kick things off, 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in that period, getting a second goal of the game from Janssen Fajabi and Gustafsson. In the second, Oli Motto would get his first goal of the year for the Detroit Red Wings, assisted by Kane and Cott, a minute and 44 seconds into that frame. Ehlers would then get his 11th goal of the season, 7 minutes and 41 seconds into that period, giving the Jets a 2-1 lead from Velarde and DeMello. Johnson Fajabli, wow, would get a goal and assist in this one, getting his first of the season, assisted by Sandberg with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the period. And Velarde, who seems to be really lighting it up being in Winnipeg, would get his sixth goal this season with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in that frame, assisted by Perfetti and Morrissey. In the third, Patrick Kane would get his second goal of the year for the Detroit Red Wings, 8 minutes and 41 seconds into that period, assisted by Larkin and Seider. And then with 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining, Mark Scheifele would put the game on ice, making it 5-2 at that point, his 12th of the season from Velarde and Nick Ehlers. So with the win, the Jets have now improved to 19-9-3, and they're actually in first place in that Central Division. And with the loss, the Red Wings are 15-13-4, so they're now hovering around that wild card spot, and I'm sure they want to stay around this position throughout the rest of the season, as that Atlantic Division is very tough. All right, the next match takes place in Washington, where we have the Capitals, and they're taking on the New York Islanders. So the Islanders just coming off a victory against the Edmonton Oilers. We're on a back-to-back, and in Washington, we'll see how they fared. So let's take a look at the goal scoring summary. So Lapierre would get his second goal of the season to open up the scoring for the Washington Capitals, 9 minutes and 56 seconds in that frame, so roughly halfway into the period, assisted by Protas. So it was 1-0 in favor of the Capitals heading into the second. A minute and 3 seconds into that period, Fasching would get his second goal of the season, assisted by Clutterbuck. Joel Edmondson would get his first goal as a member of the Washington Capitals, with 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the period, assisted by Mantha and Lapierre. So it was 2-1 in favor of the Capitals heading into the third. With 7 minutes and 58 seconds to go in that frame, Anders Lee, the captain, would tie things up for the New York Islanders, getting his 9th goal of the season. So it was all tied up at 2 heading into overtime. On the power play, Dylan Strome would get the game-winning goal, his 13th of the season, from Alex Ovechkin and John Carlson, a minute and 41 seconds into that overtime period. So with that, the Washington Capitals are 16-9-4, and despite the loss, the Islanders are 15-8-9. All right, and the last game from Wednesday night, I apologize, did take place in the Pacific Division, where we had the Los Angeles Kings, who just played the night before, taking on the Seattle Kraken. So let's take a look at the goal scoring summary from this matchup. There were no goals to report in the first. We had to jump ahead to the second, 5 minutes and 19 seconds into that period. Tanev would open up the scoring in favor of the Seattle Kraken, making it 1-0. In the second, Jordan Eberle would increase the lead to 2-0, getting his 4th goal of the season from Beignet and Borgen, 6 minutes and 27 seconds into that third period. Brian Lizotte would get a shorthanded goal 8 minutes exactly into that period, his 5th of the season. But unfortunately for the Kings, they were not able to tie the game, so the Kraken would get an away victory against Los Angeles. So with that, Seattle is now 3 games below 500, 11-14-9. And despite the loss, the Kings are still 3rd in that Pacific Division, 18-7-4. All right, I believe I'm finally all caught up on my reviews As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. And as always, take care.